mercy, wa barakatuh, and his blessing. She said, okay, I understand now about the prayer. He said, now say to me again, what contract have you also entered into? And he said, the contract we've entered into is that I've also entered into a contract with you that as long as we are together now, I will not deny you peace, I will not deny you mercy, and I will also not deny you blessing. And the woman said, from today, never greet me with something else other than Salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So I'm going to say that again to us so that we enter a contract that as long as we are together, you will not deny me or the next person to you or anybody inside this hall, both peace, mercy, and blessing. So can we enter into the contract now? Guys, can we enter into the contract now? Aha. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. No. Please check the lips of all people that are not responding very well. They are the ones that want to deny you peace, blessing, and mercy. So that you know your people that are not on your side this morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Aha, now we've entered into a contract.
Profile of the speaker will be sent to you, or you want it to be open? Because it's open on the handset just to read out the introduction.
Okay, I will read it. I will read it.
From your WhatsApp.
Yes. So, inshallah, we'll take about 3 to 4 of the participants. We'll ask questions and get answers to them to see if actually we remembered the things we learned yesterday. And this is the best learning technique in the world, and it's called the recall effect. When you try to recall something from your memory, you send a signal to your memory that this information is useful. And based on that, your retention increases. This is the technique with which the Quran has been memorized for years, for centuries, the recall or the test effect. And this was championed also by John Dulowski in his meta-analysis to discover the best learning technique ever invented. So yesterday, we had somebody here that was Associate Professor Ibrahim Duba. I said he had, how many degrees does he have? How many? 6 degrees. He left Nigeria, went to Malaysia, and by the time he came back, he was so weaponized that he said he's never scared of losing any job in his life again. Why? Because he has studied in 4 continents and gotten 6 degrees. So this can be your own strategy also in your life. In the next 12, 11 to 13 years, you can also get your own 6 degrees, but you work your life out. But after that time, you are never scared of losing a job because now you are competent across different sectors. Okay. Yesterday also, we had Dr. Salim speak to us about AI and you. Who can tell me in probably few words your takeaway from the entire discussion of Dr. Salim? Okay, please give him the microphone.
AI will replace 300 million jobs and 41% of the workforce in companies will reduce, will reduce by 50%.
Yeah, and it will keep on reducing. Like I mentioned to people, unfortunately, the jobs of architects will soon disappear because now their AIs, even architects now use to make their drawings. Very soon, an average person can prompt it to design whatever you want it to design. Maybe architects will now be supervising the constructions of building more than the diagrams they draw. Even accountants, platforms like e-accounting, The Wave, many other platforms like that, they can do accounting work fantastically. And also, which also means, of course, we still have accountants, but their jobs will also reduce. An organization using 10 accountants might be using just 1 or 2 in the nearest future. And one thing that Dr. Duba also has mentioned in another fora is that the only people that AI will not be able to throw out of job are those that know how to use AI to enhance their job. So it is not just to say people will lose jobs. Those that will still be relevant are those who are able to manipulate and use this artificial intelligence to up their games. And that was why I said we no longer have lifelong careers. What we have now is careers in transition. You'll be transitioning from one career to another, even if all of them are still concentric, they are still all together. Yesterday I said, Warren Buffett said you should hire for 3 things. Who can tell me the entire thing Warren Buffett said? I don't know. Today I'm not seeing women, no. Maybe because I'm not on your side. Okay. Come again. Okay. So, but if I come here, I will not see you guys. Okay, let me pick a lady this time around. Yes. He said hire for 3 things.
1, integrity. 2, energy. Then, number 3, the person should have.
She has tried. DFA, no biscuits today, sir? Yes, she said 2, but she did not arrange it well. I want you to arrange it the way he arranged it, and also tell me the way he also ended it. Yeah.
The person should be integrity, intelligent, and have energy. If the person is not integrity, but he's intelligent and has energy, that's when the person is going to spoil your business.
Yeah. Okay, let me give you, because of director. Please, let's clap. Warren Buffett said, if you are to hire for 3 things: integrity, intelligence, and energy. If the person does not have the first one, the remaining 2 will kill your business. And that makes a lot of sense. If somebody is not ethical, if the person does not have character, and is intelligent, and is also energetic, it will still destroy your business. Okay. Dr. Duba also yesterday mentioned to us and told us about 3 skills you must have in this 21st century. 3 skills. I'm not calling you first. Okay, I saw a hand there. Did you speak the other time? Okay. Please give her. 3 skills, if you don't, he said, wait. He said, a general that sends his soldiers to a war without giving them weapons must be court-martialed. Schools that also graduate students with these 3 skills should be closed down. What are those 3 skills?
Writing ability.
No, what is the first one he mentioned?
Writing.
No. List them according to their importance.
Public speaking.
Perfect. Yeah, correct.
Writing ability.
Correct.
Ability to generate new ideas.
Ability to generate new ideas. The first one he mentioned is writing. The second one he mentioned was public speaking, writing, and the ability to generate new ideas. And he also mentioned something yesterday. Who can tell me the formula for speaking, the easiest formula for speaking? He gave us 3 steps. Yeah, this brother. 3 steps. Then, your hand was up. Your hand was up. You will practicalize it. You will give us an example.
The best formula for speaking is the person's introduction.
No. Tell us the way he said it. The way he said it, that we now said it is introduction. There was a certain way he said it. Director, 5 minutes, we'll close. Yes. He said, if you want to start, then he now asks us that, this one, what is that? Said introduction. What is that?
He mentioned that if you want to have a request for something, for some people, from somebody, you first need to tell him what he has done before.
No, that's not the answer. Aha, give her.
Said that you should tell them what you are about to tell them. That's the introduction. Then you tell them that's the body, and then you should tell them that you told them. That's the conclusion.
Yeah, it said 3 steps. Of course, they still translate to introduction, body, and conclusion. But he said, tell them what you're about to tell them. That's your introduction. Tell them what you want to tell them now. Then remind them of what you've told them. That's the conclusion. Introduction, body, and conclusion. Now I need the last person that can use it to deliver a 1-minute speech. Somebody that can put it to use now. Then we'll go to our first speaker for the day. Somebody that can put it to use. This is the technical part. If nobody can, I will give it to director. Aha. Yes, sir. DFA, maybe I will call you, sir.
What I want to share guys is, one, first of all, be yourself, and whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve it. Just focus, out, set goals, and make good decisions in your life. Avoid distraction, and know where you are going. Don't allow distractions to take you back.
I think you told us what Isha wanted to tell us, not following our... It did not follow our rule. Well, thank you very much. We have our speaker here already, the representative of the DG of NITSDA, National Information Technology Development Agency, NITSDA, and the DG is Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, is part of us here in AL-NOOR, is part of us here at ICIC, and the former DG also is also one of the members of our advisory committee, Professor Isa Ali Pantami, succeeded by the current DG, Abdullahi Inuwa Kashifu, and is ably represented here today by Dr. Usman Abdullahi, who is the Director and Head of Information Technology Project Clearance at the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITSDA, Nigeria's IT regulatory body. Since April 1917, he has overseen the clearance of all IT projects across federal public institutions with a cumulative value of over 10.5 trillion naira, achieving savings of about 305 billion for the federal government of Nigeria. Before assuming his role, Dr. Abdullahi served as Director of Information Technology Infrastructure Solutions at NITSDA. He was also Pioneer Director of Accreditation, Curriculum and Quality at the Center for Management Development, CMD, where he worked for 6 years establishing and strengthening institutional standards. Prior to his return to Nigeria, Dr. Abdullahi spent over 2 decades in the United Kingdom, where he held several strategic positions in London, reaching the rank of director. He holds both BSc, MSc degrees in computer science from Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi, Nigeria, and earned his PhD in human-computer interaction from Loughborough University, United Kingdom. Dr. Abdullahi is also an alumnus of the leading global institutions, including Lagos Business School, London Business School, and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, among others. I present to you all for the first presentation today, Dr. Usman Gambo Abdullahi.
After the formal introduction, this is the informal introduction. Dr. Usman Abdullahi is a colleague. We were all together in the UK. We did all the ups and downs together, both politically, especially in the Islamic arena, and we came back together to Nigeria. One thing that I pick up now to talk to you about him was, he was here His paper is supposed to be delivered from 9:10. 9:10. He was here before 9 o'clock. And I was out there and I saw him coming and I brought him in. And we came in here, there were less than 10 of you. And what we concluded along, we agree along, we laugh about it, is that that's Nigerian time for you. Users will not be here until probably God knows when. Some of you are still not here, and this is past 9:30. And that is about half an hour after the event is supposed to start, you are not here. Some of you are already here. So one thing we are actually lamenting is that probably our Nigerian time has permeated even our new generation. We were hoping that it will stop with us, but it doesn't seem to have stopped with us. So please take it in your stride. Learn this lesson. Time is everything. Time is life, time is money, time is whatever it is that you value. There's a saying in English. If you are not early,
Oh, okay.
you are late.
Thank you.
If you are not early, you are late. There is nothing like on time. So if the event is supposed to start 9 o'clock, you'll be here before 9 o'clock. Because you cannot be here at 9, sit, settle, wait, and 9 o'clock knock, and you're on time. So please, take time seriously. Time is your life. From when you are born to when you die is time. So whatever you waste, you are wasting your life. Take that lesson from Dr. Usman. Please, Dr. Usman.
Thank you very much, Alaji. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. It's really a pleasure to have the opportunity to represent my DG CEO at this gathering and to have the opportunity to interact with you. You know, with the revision that you've just had, actually, I've learned quite a lot. And I'm glad that the number of things that were covered yesterday, as well as the day before, kind of builds into what we are going to discuss today. Alhaji has said a lot, but I'm not sure whether he too, was introduced. As he has said, we've been together at in the United Kingdom for a very long time. They were there, of course, much earlier than we were. But what is key, what is important, is that you would think that, there's no Islam in the West, or there are no Muslims in the West, or the Muslims in the West don't pay attention to Islam, in most cases. When I was going to the United Kingdom in 1994, a colleague of mine, by the way, of course, as was said, I started my career at my former university, Abu Bakr Tafawa Balewa University, as a graduate assistant. That's when I did my first degree as well as my second degree. So when an opportunity came, I was one of those that were selected to go to the UK for a PhD. And one of my colleagues came back from the UK then. And so I sought his advice. I was, seeking for his advice. I said, okay, what should I do? And just as I said earlier on, the expectation is that there's no Islam. In fact, what he told me was that I should make sure I pack sufficient food that I'm used to, because I will not find food to eat. That is one. And he's also said, forget about meat, because you will not find halal meat. I mean, here we don't know that, okay, you don't ask these questions. What, is this halal, is this haram? Or everything is halal. So these were things that he mentioned to me that I should do. And of course, I heeded to that. So when I was going, my parents met, in fact, it was the major thing I took. A large pot of soup. I took soup to the United Kingdom. Large pot of soup. And, well, I had to manage it. And this is still happening today because we, Now, why am I saying this? However, when I arrived, to my utter delight, the taxi driver that took me from the train station to the university was a Muslim. And because of the way he saw that I dress, because I dress this way, he knew that, okay, I am a Muslim. So he, as soon as he saw me, he says, Assalamu alaikum. I said, alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. My brother, where are you from? I'm from Nigeria. He said, oh, mashallah, I'm from Pakistan. And then we went on and on. We became friends with the taxi driver. And where I studied, there were mosques, not just one, but several mosques. And so I had no problem with saying, oh, finding food or finding halal food and things like that. No, I didn't have that problem. Now, why am I saying all this? It's because of Alhaji. Alhaji, they are one of those that make our stay in the United Kingdom meaningful. Why is it? Anyway, it's not that, but Alhaji, from the time I knew him in the United Kingdom to date, despite his career, being a career person, he has never left service to Islam. He has never left service to Islam. They were instrumental to setting up the Nigerian Muslim Forum in the United Kingdom. The Nigerian Muslim Forum is an organization that actually has existed. And then you may be aware that the Nigerian Muslim Forum held the first Sharia conference in the UK. And when that conference was held, 2001, I think it was 2001, we had most of the northern governors, most of the emirs and so on and so forth, they were instrumental to that. So we thank you, Alhaji, for being consistent and as a mentor. We appreciate you, and please continue. And this is, and why I'm saying this is for us, because the essence of this session is for you to see what people have done so that you can take one or two things from those ones. Alhaji is one person that you can take as a mentor, and he is here, he is accessible, and I'm sure he will be happy to support each and every one of you. So Alhaji, we appreciate it. Now, my DG would have loved to be here as he was introduced. But, of course, as a public servant, he has to be where he is asked to go. They are advance party to Washington for the UN General Assembly, and so he's part of Nigerian delegation. The Vice President is leading, so he could not make it, and he asked that I represent him. Now, digital skills is something that we are passionate about. It's something that neither, well, even before it was called digital skills, although it has been digital skills all along, and that's why I said I was fortunate, was because of what I heard that you studied yesterday. Now, all those skills, I mean, irrespective of what you want to do as a career, you must be digitally literate. So digital skills is mandatory for everybody. And so that's why this session, I mean, particularly this topic, is very, very timely and very useful. Now, we are all digitally literate. I'm sure we are. By show of hand, can you show me those that don't have smartphones? Can they raise their hands, please? If you don't have a smartphone. Smartphone. Oh, there's a sister that doesn't have a smartphone. That's interesting. Can you help give her the mic? Let us hear. No, that's the sister. Oh, you're not participant. Oh, okay. No participant. Oh, sorry. Thank you. Yes, you don't have a smartphone? Yes, you don't have a smartphone, right? Did you register for this program yourself?
No, my mom did.
Oh, your mom did. Okay. I'm sure you are in school.
Yes,
SS3. Now, in school, do you have a computer? Do you use a computer?
I use my mom for assignment.
Right, okay. That's really interesting.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, are you familiar with, have you used the internet before?
No.
You have not used the internet before. And you don't have a smartphone, you've not used internet before. So what sort of programs? Have you, in your school, do they use computers? Do they allow you to use computers in controlled environment? And do they use internet in controlled environment? Or you are homeschooling? Are you homeschooling?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you use computers in school?
Use computer in school, but not all the time.
Yes, okay, fine. Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Anyone, any other person that's, oh, you too. Okay, oh, yes, give it to her. You don't have a smartphone.
No.
And do you have a computer?
No.
You don't have a computer, right? Okay. Who registered this, you on this program?
My dad.
Your dad. So her mom, your dad. And so in what year are you in school? SS3. And you are in the same kind of category. You don't have, you use computers in school, but not all the time. So what sort of things do you use computers in school for? Fantastic. Thank you very much. Okay, let's hear from the last person here. From this, I think, yeah, she is. Yes. You don't have a smartphone as well? What year are you? SS3, SS3. That's really interesting. Okay. You don't have a computer at home?
I used to have a phone.
Okay. When you had the computer, was it connected to the internet?
Yes.
It was connected to the internet. So you've used computers connected to the internet at home before, in addition to the school. Fantastic. Okay, thank you very much. I think I've got the answer that I was looking for. The situation is that our generation, the generation in which we are, whether we have or we don't have, we have myriads of opportunities that we use computers. Those of us that are in schools, you have school laboratories where you use computer maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks or once every month, but you use computers. And those of us that are fortunate to have smartphones, smartphone is everything. It's everything, so it gets everything. So basically what we are going to look at are digital skills and global opportunities. Global opportunities for your mind. So, I think some of this I might have to skip, some of them because of time, but we will just skim through some of them. We feel it's an opportunity because when you talk digital, you should relate it with NIDA. And then you need to know about NIDA. You need to know, what NIDA stands for, what it's doing, and so on and so forth. So that's why we just want briefly to talk about the history, the national technology ecosystem, the impact that NIDA is making, and then we go on to the digital literacy and skills. And we take some aspects and then we conclude. Right, so without taking much time, I have these three questions. The first one is leadership. This conference is for future leaders, is it not? So who is a leader? Who is a leader? I'm sure you've had this conversation either Friday or day before yesterday. I mean yesterday or day before yesterday. Who is a leader? Anyone? Okay, yes, please. Oh, thank you. I think
A leader is someone who carries others along and someone who others look up to make things better in their environment and their community.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Do you clap? Yeah, clap for her. Thank you. You want to add? Yes, add. And who is the leader?
A leader is a person who governs a particular society or community and leads them aright on how to be better.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's appreciate her. Any other person? It seems the ladies are more active than the boys. Are you sleeping? Have you not woken up yet? Please wake up. Thank you. Go ahead. Fantastic. A leader is a person who inspires and guides others. You see, all are saying the same thing in a different way. In a different way. You are all saying the same thing in a different way. And that's what a leader is. So you had this conversation. Now, have you well, of course, I'm sure you have one way or the other held some leadership positions. Now we know who a leader is, and so we want to find out whether there's anyone among us that has held a leadership position, no matter how small. Anyone? Yes, there's a sister there. Ah, okay. Yes, and then she can add.
I did. Girl.
No, sorry. Say it again.
Head girl.
Oh, head girl. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. So she has held a head girl position. Now, any other person, head boy? Is there a head boy in the room? Oh, great. There's a head boy here. Oh, not him. Okay. Hello? Let's have the mic here. The front. My brother here. Yes. Yes. What position have you held?
My position is president of our association in our village.
Okay. Fantastic. So can you answer the second question? What impact? You've been president, so you held a leadership position as president of your association. Now, by virtue of holding that position, what have you been able to make as an impact for that particular, for that association?
We try as much as we can, representing from different states. We make some work that help also and all people around the places and try to see some people that need help in place.
Okay.
And they complain that our village we don't have hospitals. We write application to state commission.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much. Yes, we appreciate it. Now, you see, leadership, whether you are a head girl, head boy, or any position that you have held, each and every one of us is a leader. So you are a leader. Do you remember the saying of the prophet? You remember the saying of the prophet that says, "Kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'iyati." Okay? Every one of you is a shepherd and is responsible for his flock. And then it went on and on and on. So, when we talk about future leaders, whatever you will get at the later stage has a foundation. And so you need to start with that foundation. So just as president, just as head girl, it's just because of time. We will not have time to go through, but you need to be able to build upon what you have been able to achieve. In a digital age, you will not be able to do much without the necessary digital skills. So that's really what we are doing at. I will skip this section of the presentation because of time. I just started, but my attention was drawn to the fact that time, so I will just move to digital literacy and skills section of the presentation. Now, when we talk of digital literacy and skills, we know that we talked about AI yesterday, we had a session about AI, and we heard that AI will replace jobs. And I'm glad we learned that, that also, you don't need to be scared. What you need to do is to retrain yourself. If you are able to manipulate AI, then you will not lose your job. There's a study, but this deficit, the gap, is there. You need to know that globally, there's a research by Conferi that found that by 2030, demand for skilled workers will outstrip supply. So the fact that AI is there and AI is going to replace, there will be continuous demand for skills. Now, there will be a shortage, you can see, of 85.2 million people globally by 2030. There will be that skills shortage. What this means is that there are opportunities. There are opportunities that you have to work towards making sure that you harness that opportunity. And so that is why it's important that you cannot be able to harness those opportunities without having the necessary skills that are digital. So digital skills are key. Because it says, left unchecked, the financial impact of this talent shortage could reach 8.45 trillion US dollars in unrealized annual revenue by 2030. So you see the negative impact that skills shortage would have. Now, equivalent to the combined GDP of Germany and Japan. That's a lot. That's a lot. Now, for us, it's an opportunity. This presents an opportunity. Do we know the population of Nigeria is over 230 million people? And what's the population of the youth? Your age? It's about 60–65%. So, and it's because of that that we feel we have ample opportunities. You and I, maybe, but you more have more opportunities than we do. So you can, irrespective of the area of, irrespective of what you intend to study, because digital skills is universal, and you need to have those skills for you to be able to harness, to tap into the benefits of this shortage that is imminent in skills. So, let's move to the next question. We said digital skills. Digital skills. If you are asked to explain in your own words what digital skills are, what can you say? So I have 3 questions here. But maybe we'll just talk about the 2, and then we build on that because of time. What are digital skills? Who will help us with this? There is a brother right behind. Thank you very much.
Assalamu
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Digital skills are activities or skills you learn online, such like affiliate marketing, freelancing, graphic design, etc.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. He mentioned that there's a sister there behind too. Yes, digital skills.
Digital skills are activities that are use technology to continue.
Thank you very much. Any other? Okay, yes, sister.
Digital resources are the ability we use. Yeah, ability we use to do digital stuff and other stuff.
Can you repeat? Sorry, I think I didn't get what you said. Can you repeat, please? Ability to, my sister.
It is the ability to use digital resources.
Okay, thank you very much. She introduced something to use digital resources. What are digital resources? Can somebody help us what digital resources are? Yes? Be there as well?
Digital resources are platforms and applications that you access using a computer or the internet.
Thank you so much. So you see, you know all these things. So I can just go back to the chair and sit. So those are digital skills. So digital skills are skills that you need to have to be able to make the best use of digital tools. So when I asked the question first, I said, is there anyone that doesn't have a smartphone? You do. Majority of you have smartphones. And so you use your smartphones effectively. In terms of using them, so it means you have skills. Now, what you do use them for is what determines what level of skills you have. So if you are able to, your ability to use those devices to access resources, then you have skills, and those are digital skills. And then what sort of available as skills are available? And then what do you know? Wow, thank you. What do you know and what don't you know? So I think, this will continue. Now, in a summary, we have mentioned that digital skills refer to the ability to operate, manipulate, and use different technologies essential for personal use, and roles in small to large businesses across a variety of sectors. That's what we've all said. Your ability to use digital tools, digital resources, whether you are using it for your personal use or you're using it for academic use, or you are using it for business. But what is important is for you to be able to make the best use of it. So these are some skills, basic skills that you can obtain. You have at the basic level, you should be able to type messages on your smartphone or on your feature phone or on the computer, anywhere. You should be able to do so. You should be able to send and receive emails. You should be able to use digital communication etiquette. We talked about the characters that you need to have. When you are communicating digitally, there are some principles that you have to adhere to. So, basic etiquette, that's at the basic level. If you are able to do these things, then you have a basic level of understanding of digital skills. Now, at an intermediate level, you go beyond that. And then, I'm sure we all aware, majority of us are able to use Word, whether it's whichever word processing you're using. You are able to use spreadsheet. You are able to use PowerPoint to do presentation. And for you to be able to have your presentation, you do some bit of research. So that's being at intermediate level. And majority of us, I think we should be at that level, majority at that level. But you can go to the advanced level. When you go to the advanced level, yesterday you talked about AI. Being able to manipulate AI, you need to have advanced digital skills. Being able to program program a computer that you can, make it work for you, then you have an advanced level, and then you do data analysis, you do digital marketing. Somebody said digital marketing earlier. Cyber security, we mentioned AI tools. So that's an advanced level. Advanced level. Now, why do digital skills matter? Various reasons. Because they unlock global opportunities. Global opportunities. Because you can sit anywhere, and be able to access resources, and anywhere in the world. So they unlock skills, they provide those opportunities. They enable remote work. You can be working for companies in America, in England, remotely from your computer. You will not be able to do that without having the skills. So you should be able to do remote work. Somebody mentioned learning, education. You should be able to learn. Using your digital skills, you should be able to access materials on YouTube, on Coursera, on edX, or any other platform. Google, you use Google most often, and you do research. Your skills are enabling you to do that. Now, you should be able to close social and economic gaps. My brother here mentioned earlier that as a president of his association, they were trying to advocate for services that are not existing at the moment in their local communities. With your digital skills, you can just go beyond that level. You can be able to access resources globally so that you can transform, you can close those social and economic gaps. And then you can transform customers to creators. Because, majority of us are consumers. Majority are consumers. We consume, we find resources here, there, everywhere, we consume. But you need to be able to create those, contents. So that's what digital skills majority are. So these are some of the targets that we have for Nigeria. Particularly, this I want to, the idea is you can see, I'm not sure, it's not showing. The expectation is that Nigeria, our target is by 2030, 95% of us have to be digitally literate. And that's an ambitious target that was set, and then we're working towards achieving that. 95%. How can you do that? There are a series of initiatives. But what you are able to learn, you should be able to teach others and be able to demonstrate. So before my time, I will quickly go through. I will just skip some of these things. Now, these are the skills. We have what is called the National Digital Literacy Framework. I think you will have, I hope, that you will have the presentations later so that you go through these presentations. So there are competence areas. You see, the first was what we were talking about majorly. We are, in terms of devices and software. You are able to operate a computer, operate a smartphone, and so on and so forth. So those basic operations, you have that, and then you go on and on. So there are 6, but to be able to program, you need those problem-solving skills. And because you are using on the internet, you have to be safe, safety. So, but of course, we will continue with that. NIDA has series of initiatives. Because of the ambitious target of saying, 95% of Nigerians have to be digitally literate by 2030, we have an initiative called Digital Literacy for All. Digital Literacy for All is an initiative that NIDA is driving to give opportunity for everybody to be digitally literate. Because for you to be able to make the best use of the digital economy, digital technology, you need to be digitally literate. What? So that initiative is there. It was launched and unveiled in Mina, and we do that because some of you have graduated, they are going to a service, you will hopefully be part of the Digital Literacy for All initiative because we do it in partnership with the NYSC. And we have youth corps across the country that are driving this digital literacy. This is the website. If you later on, those of you that have computers and have, you can just search Google. Digital Literacy for All, and it will take you to there. You can register, you can access materials there, and things like that. So, I have to rush through. I have 5 minutes. Now, how do you make the best use of your learning? How do you make the best use of the digital technology? You need to adopt these three key things. One is you need the knowledge. You need to know. And then, once you know what skills are there, what level you are, you need to be able to grow. As we saw earlier on, you can be at basic level, but you need to go to intermediate level and go to advanced level. That is the growth. But that is not enough. Once you get there, even at basic level, I mentioned it earlier, I said, whatever you know, teach someone else. And that is what will help you retain what you have. Because if you leave it to yourself, it will just vanish. So, the know, grow, and show model is what we hope to be able to do. So, I don't think, this is a reminder, we already mentioned this. The 3 global opportunities, I think we mentioned some of these global opportunities already. I will rush to them. Some of the global opportunities we said, you have remote jobs and freelance markets. Our brother mentioned freelancing. I will not ask what freelance are and things like that. Freelancing. You can use online education. You can learn online. There are Coursera, edX, Google certifications, and so on and so forth. You can be an entrepreneur. While you are still in school, you can build your websites, your portals, or you can make the best use of your Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn accounts to be generating money for yourself. That's the entrepreneurship. You can collaborate while you're here. You can collaborate with others outside or globally. And you can participate in innovation challenges. You can register and participate in innovation challenges. Just 2 weeks ago, one person from a remote village in Adamawa State actually saw an opportunity in Oxford University in London, applied for that opportunity online, submitted his proposal. That proposal was accepted. Now he was invited to go for that particular engagement. Paid, fully paid for his ticket, accommodation, everything. That's making the best use of, opportunities, advocacy, and social impact. That's what we mentioned earlier. Now, the second aspect is you need to grow your skills. In doing this, you need to have a strategy. The strategy is know what you do know, at what level, what do you want to learn, have a plan. That you are learning a skill on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis, making sure that you are able to do that. So that's the next thing. And the application of those skills is very, very important that you demonstrate. So our moderator earlier was saying, oh, you have to practicalize it. Practicalize those attributes. That's what you have to do. Doing that, you have quite a number of things that you should do. Now, you need to discover new opportunity, choose one skill to develop this week, every week, and then create and share results. So this could be your strategy you need to be able to do. But the key thing is you need the knowledge first. In that knowledge, you need to understand what you know and what you don't know. What you know, what you don't know. So that what you know you can build upon, and what you don't know, then you should be able to make effort to learn. So grow is to just build those skills, and then show, to create, and then to present. That's what you should do. And don't just learn. Thank you, sir. I will be rounding up in a minute. I'll be rounding up, but I think what is important, I will just show this. If you are looking for Nigerians that have made names for Nigeria, there are numerous of them, myriads of them. So these are just some. I mean, if you know that NIDA organizes events for Nigerians and that takes Nigerians across the world, this was 2019. You might see in the chat, 2019. Abdul Hakim Bashir is from Katsina State and had what he called Chiniki Guard. It's an AI. I'm sure you discussed that. I mean, yesterday, he developed a system that ensures that, it provides adequate security. So just for lack of time, I will not go through that. And that earned him accolades in Dubai, in Gulf Information Technology Exhibition in 2019, and he won the first prize in AI, 2019. Now he has his company has grown much higher. Another, so I have series of them. You may know the first, I think he might be here, the Brad Khalil, the DG Naseni was, before he became DG, he participated in the event and also won an event in Sharp. So many of them. So many of them, I just want to, don't think that you have to be old to succeed. That's why I brought this issue. Joshua Agola started learning digital skills when he was 6. Now he's 13. He has a company. If you just Google, you will get that. He is the youngest in Africa to achieve Amazon Web Services Developer Associate certification. So, you can achieve at any age. John Hosseini, of course, he's a bit older, but he also excelled. Zainab, she's about 14 years now, but has achieved tremendously. And then she participates, she's invited in a series of events. So, let me just conclude. The need for you as future leaders to be equipped with digital skills cannot be overemphasized. And it's more than a tech initiative. It is a social, economic, and personal empowerment strategy. For you to be able to harness that opportunities that are global, to be able to participate in that 85 million jobs that will be available, you need to have those skills. So through international mentoring in the Know, Grow, Show Model, we hope you have gained not just one technology, the use of technology, but leverage and global impact. The future is digital. And young minds are the bridge. You are the bridge. You need to be able to make it work for us to achieve. So the tools are in your hands. The world is watching. You need to know, grow, and show. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity. And I'm sorry I have used most of the time. We may not have time for questions. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take 2 questions.
We allow some questions.
Oh, okay.
We'll take 2 questions. I already have a question from online. The brother, any lady? Okay, there we are. Okay, 2 questions. So, I'll take the one online. It was sent from the Google. I'll take you first. Then I'll take this one last. The brother, please give him the microphone.
Thank you. Who has the mic? Who has the microphone, please? Okay. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Ibrahim Kampai.
Hello, Ibrahim.
I'm a mathematics teacher from government in secondary school.
Okay.
So I enjoy your presentation.
Thank you.
You made mention of a slide where one can learn digital skills.
Yes.
Please, can you show the slide once again?
Okay. Organizers, are they going to have access to the slides?
Yes, we can make it available. Yes.
Okay, so please, if it's made available, you can see it's D for all. If you go on to NIDA, and then you will have D for all, or just search Google, Digital Literacy for All Initiative in NIDA. It will take you to the website, and you can register, you can learn skills, you can, earn professional certifications. And that is what will make you benefit from the myriads of opportunities that are online. Thank you. I hope I've answered your question. Thank you.
The second,
The lady, yeah. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Okay.
I want to know what major kind of skills do you have to learn that will help you not to lose your job for AI?
Well, I think you mentioned, that was discussed yesterday. You need skills that will be, okay. What I didn't mention is we have an initiative called 3MTT. 3 million technical talent. The study that I mentioned identified skills that you need to be able to harness, to get. One of those is being able to manipulate the AI. If you are able to manipulate the artificial intelligence so that you can use it to the best to suit what you are looking for, AI cannot replace you. So you need to be able to get those skills. Of course, there are several others. If you have access to the slides, you will get that because I have skipped some of them. Thank you.
Okay. The last but not least question was sent from Maiduguri. My name is Abdul Samad Bashir, an entrepreneur from Maiduguri, Borno State. Sir, as young Nigerian entrepreneurs, we want to know, based on your role as DG of INSTA, is there any government infrastructure that the agency provided at a discounted rate, if not for free, to support creativity? Before, young entrepreneurs often face financial constraints that can hinder their progress and sometimes lead to failure. Services such as cloud-based infrastructures and the like.
Thank you very much. That's a very, very, very good question and an important one. What we said was that there are opportunities. You need to make the best use of those opportunities. However, if you want to start, you can start small. Starting small is, if you want to be an entrepreneur, I'll go to his question, answer his question. But if you start, you create a website or a portal that provides service while building your skills, you can continue to earn from that. Now, if you need tools, you need tools to work. NITA, as part of its intervention, set up innovation hubs across the country. So, the questioner, if you are listening, there are innovation hubs around Borno State. There are some in Maiduguri, particularly in the universities. We have, in the University of Maiduguri, one was set up. The State University, of which the governor was instrumental. Actually, he made sure that, a state-of-the-art hub was developed at the university. So these are just some of them. And what is important is that they are available and accessible not only for the university community, but also for the entire community around the university. And so it's accessible, it's freely available. All those tools are there in those hubs. Here in Abuja, for those of you that are in Abuja, we have one in Uye. Uye, of course, you may know the center. The center is called National Center for Artificial Intelligence and Robotics. That is where the hub for entrepreneurs and young entrepreneurs that are looking for devices to work like 3D printers and the like, to make use of. So if you are in Abuja, you are into tech, you can visit the hub there. If you want to learn more about, we have another office for National Digital Innovation, ONDI, that coordinates all startup activities. They can mentor you, guide you, and then they can help you develop those ideas. I think, on Friday, was it on Friday or yesterday, you had a session about ideas, innovative ideas as well. So they can help you build those ideas to a level that you can present to the world, as we saw in some of those pictures that, of course, we didn't go through them, but in some of those. I hope I've answered your question, but if you need more, please send an email to info at nida.gov.ng. If you have access to email, which I hope you do, you can get all the relevant answers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think it deserves more resounding round of applause, right? Thank you very much. And quickly, when this young lady asked a question about the skills so that AI will not take up your job, one of them was given yesterday, the ability to generate ideas, but there are 4 C's that have been opined that those that are good with these 4 C's, their jobs will never be taken. The first C is communication skill, collaboration skill, critical thinking skill, and creativity skill. Communication, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity skill. We will still come back to them, inshallah, after this very short break. Since we all have our breakfast now, please let's take 10 minutes inside the hall, devour that paper-sealed container, have your breakfast, and we'll continue in 10 minutes. Please, 10 minutes break. Those shy guys, you can eat here and close your eyes. Yeah, thank you very much. In 10 minutes' time, we'll be back.